If you're a man over 60, I want to address something that might feel uncomfortable but is incredibly important. Have you ever found yourself in a quiet moment, perhaps late at night, wondering if a habit you've had for years is truly harmless? Maybe you've dismissed the thought, telling yourself it's normal, something everyone does, not worth worrying about. Or perhaps you've carried a quiet concern for years, but never had someone to discuss it with openly. If that resonates, know two things: you're not alone, and this conversation isn't about guilt or judgment. It's about truth that could protect your health, save you from frustration, and help you regain control over a private but powerful part of your life. For decades, masturbation has been an awkward topic, often dismissed as either completely harmless, like brushing your teeth, or painted as something shameful and destructive. Neither extreme serves you. The truth lies in the middle, and for men over 60, the stakes are higher in ways rarely discussed. Frequent masturbation, especially as you age, can quietly affect your hormones, sexual function, emotional health, and relationships not dramatically, but subtly, over time. It can sap your energy, dull your desire, and create patterns that keep you stuck. Many men are blindsided by these effects simply because no one warned them. Today, we'll explore 10 surprising ways this habit can impact your health after 60, offering clarity on how it may be shaping your life and what you can do to restore balance. This isn't about fear or shame, it's about empowering you with knowledge to make informed choices that protect your vitality and sense of control. First, let's talk about hormonal imbalance. Testosterone is the fuel that powers a man's energy, strength, motivation, and sexual drive. But for a man in his 60s, with naturally lower baseline testosterone, frequent depletion can lead to chronically low levels. You might feel sluggish, unmotivated. Next, consider prostate health. You've likely heard that ejaculation can be protective for the prostate, and in moderation, it can be. But balance is critical. Frequent stimulation can cause congestion and irritation in the prostate gland, much like running a car engine without letting it cool. Over time, this can lead to subtle symptoms: a dull ache in the pelvic area, frequent nighttime urination, or the frustrating feeling of not fully emptying your bladder. For men already at higher risk for prostate issues, ignoring these signs can be costly, as chronic irritation may worsen existing problems. The third concern is neurological and tied to how your brain processes pleasure. Frequent mechanical masturbation, especially when paired with pornography, can cause your brain to adapt, requiring more intense or novel stimulation to achieve the same arousal. This desensitization can lead to weaker erections, less satisfying orgasms, or difficulty becoming aroused with a partner. It's like turning a stereo's volume so high that you eventually can't hear the music. The pleasure system that once brought satisfaction becomes numb, leaving you frustrated and disconnected from your body. Another issue is the mechanical toll on your pelvic floor, the muscles that control urination, erection quality, and ejaculation. Overuse without proper care can strain or weaken these muscles, leading to urinary leakage, post-void dribbling, or reduced control over erections and climax. Think of your pelvic floor as the foundation of a house. When it weakens, everything above it, your bladder, your sexual function suffers. This is easy to overlook but critical to your overall health. Emotionally, frequent masturbation can shift from a stress reliever to a form of self-medication for boredom, anxiety, or loneliness. While it may offer momentary relief, over time, it can deepen the very feelings you're trying to escape, leaving you more isolated, anxious, or depressed. This often comes with shame, a quiet guilt from feeling that the habit is more compulsion than choice. This shame doesn't help you stop, it fuels the cycle, making it harder to break free and draining your mental energy. This emotional burden can also lead to withdrawal from real intimacy, impacting relationships in unexpected ways. Frequent masturbation offers a quick, predictable release without emotional effort, but it can't provide the deeper fulfillment of true connection. For men in relationships, this can create distance, less physical closeness, fading emotional connection, and growing resentment. For single men, it can reinforce isolation, making it harder to seek or maintain healthy relationships. Intimacy is about emotional connection, communication, and trust, and when private habits become the primary outlet for sexual energy, you lose that deeper experience, affecting not just romantic relationships but your overall sense of connection. Another consequence is energy depletion. After climax, your body releases chemicals like prolactin and oxytocin to promote relaxation, while suppressing dopamine, your drive hormone. In moderation, this is normal. But frequent release can keep you in a post-release state, leaving you groggy, unfocused, and low on motivation. For men over 60, when energy is already harder to maintain, this can become a constant state of fatigue that erodes your quality of life. Inflammation is another subtle but serious concern. Each ejaculation triggers a small inflammatory response, a natural process. But in older men, especially those with age-related conditions like arthritis or heart disease, frequent ejaculation can add to chronic inflammation. Over time, this may worsen joint pain, slow recovery from physical activity, or contribute to health problems you can't easily explain. Like adding drops to an already full bucket, physical sensitivity is also at risk. Repeated, intense stimulation, often done quickly and without variation, can desensitize penile nerves, creating a pleasure threshold where your brain and body need more stimulation to achieve arousal. This can make it harder to climax with a partner or maintain an erection during intimacy. Your nervous system becomes trained to respond to one specific kind of stimulation, making other experiences less satisfying. Reversing this requires deliberate changes and time to retrain your body and brain. Finally, the most life-altering risk is when the habit takes control, turning into a compulsion. What starts as a choice can become something you feel you need, done more often than intended, even when you're not truly interested. This reflex, often triggered by stress or boredom, brings frustration and shame as you feel the habit is running you rather than the other way around. It bleeds into your energy, relationships, and sense of self, trapping you in a cycle many men don't notice until they're deep in it. So, what can you do if you recognize these patterns? First, don't panic or beat yourself up. This isn't about guilt, it's about awareness, and awareness is power. You now understand the risks and patterns, giving you the ability to make new choices. Your body and mind are designed for balance, and small, steady steps can restore it. For some, this might mean reducing frequency. For others, it could involve shifting to slower, more mindful forms of touch that don't overstimulate. Talking openly with a doctor about hormone health, prostate care, or emotional well-being can also be transformative, though it may feel awkward at first. Think of it like tuning up an engine that's been running inefficiently. Small adjustments can make a big difference. The hopeful truth is that it's never too late. Whether you've been in these patterns for months or decades, your body and brain are adaptable. With time and the right strategies, you can regain sensitivity, restore energy, and rebuild desire for connected intimacy. Practical steps to reset your habits, strengthen your pelvic floor, and boost testosterone naturally can help you reclaim control. Your private life is inseparable from your health. It affects your energy, confidence, relationships, and well-being. No matter your age, you have the power to make it work for you, not against you. Today, you've taken the first step toward reclaiming that power.